Cataplexy, Dream Queen by Perla. So Libra, this is your reading for the week of June 28th to July 4th. There are no songs this week, just me. Um, what is that? There's my heart space, anyways. There's this almost a little bit of fear. You don't know where it's coming from now. There's a fear here of lost or of losing. Whether it's a person, because I'm picking up this energy of overthinking. But for what though? That's the question. You may have been recently like under, you may have felt like you were under a lot of pressure, needing to get certain things done, or needing to like it has a lot to do with like a timeline type of thing, deadlines and things like that. But it's almost like you're coming out of that energy and things are starting to ease up, or things are starting to like slow down when it comes to like deadlines and stuff like that. But it's almost like there's this energy of like you're feeling like you missed something, or like you missed an opportunity or something like that, because there is this sense of like this unjustifiable fear that I'm picking up from you guys. But I'm not seeing anything that would cause fear. You keep putting yourself in this box. You keep putting yourself in a box. You keep giving yourself limitations for no reason. And that's not for all of you, because I do feel like those Libras that chose to step out of the box, that chose to follow their path, that chose to follow their heart, you're going full blown. There is almost this energy of like nothing can stop you, nothing can really block you. But there are some of you Libras that are still in that space or in that energy, that are still a little afraid to actually take that step out of that box that you have put yourself in. And the funny thing is that those of you that took that leap of faith, you may not be seeing the results. You may not be gaining anything financially or anything like that at the moment. But there is this spiritual gain that you're getting. This energy of like feeling alive again. This energy of like just wanting to pour and wanting to just give. It is what I'm picking up. Could it be that you're afraid that is going to go away? Because I keep on hearing somebody here saying And this is something that I've said before. Like, everything is seasonal, right? Everything has a season, right? And there are times when we feel a little bit more motivated than other times, right? But as you continue to evolve, as you continue to grow, you start to realize that those moments when you don't feel motivated, or when you don't feel like submerging yourself into whatever it is that you do, it's not because of the lack of desire. It's not because of the lack of anything. It's because there's another level. Let's just put it this way. And there's certain things within your own shadow side that you have to face before moving up, right? Things that maybe 6 months ago or a year ago you were not ready to confront. So this kind of like little fear that I feel around the heart area is more coming from this area where, yes, Libra, you have grown, you have evolved, you have released. But know that this is a process that will continue. Now, with that being said, that does not mean that the continual stages, let's put it this way, through your shadow work that needs to still be done is going to be painful and hurtful and things like that. I mean, a lot of people fear the shadow work. I welcome it. I love it. Because regardless of whatever it is that I'm facing at the moment, right, I know that if I commit and I put the work in, right, and I allow spirit to show me and I submerge into that shadow, into that darkness, I know that I'm going to find the light again, right? And I know that if I'm being brought to that dark place, right, to that shadow, is because there's something within myself that I need to face. It is something within myself that no longer needs to linger. Or no longer does that energy have to be used to survive. That energy can be transformed into something creative, can be used into something productive versus something destructive, right? So I feel that those of you that stepped out of the box and are doing your thing and are going after your dreams and things like that, you are a little hesitant or kind of like questioning of like, well, when is shit gonna go? And it's not that shit is gonna go bad for you. Just know that, like everybody else, there will be shadow work that needs to be done, right? There's always something that you're going to have to face that you're gonna have to determine, and then you're gonna have to make a choice. But that is something that it's normal, right? It's something that you have been doing since since forever, and that you're going to continue on doing. So I don't want you to fear the work that still needs to be done, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to do it now, right? So everything does come in through stages. So just enjoy and embrace the time that you are in now, and know that whatever it is that you are embracing and that you are enjoying at this moment, Libra, is going to help you, so that when you do have to go back into doing some shadow work, you're going to be ready and prepared and equipped with what it is that you need to go ahead and deal with whatever you have to deal with. It's pretty much the way that I'm looking at it. For those of you that feel like you're still stuck in the box, Libra, it is because and the box freaking disappeared. It was there and now it's gone. I'm looking for it, it's gone. Some of you are afraid of the shadow, of your darkness. And darkness doesn't necessarily mean evil, and I feel like that's something that I have to say. Darkness just means without light. And to the darkness, dark is normal. To the light, light is normal. So I don't know where the heck I'm going with this, so just kind of like follow, because I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. So it's almost like, yes, yeah, I lost my train of thought. You only become aware that something is missing, usually, when somebody points it out, right? So, if, let's put it this way, if we were always in total darkness, we wouldn't miss the light because we don't know what the light is, right? But because we know what the light is, and it allows us to physically see where we're headed, and we don't have to use our other senses, for us, we look at the light as something helpful. We look at the light as something that is useful, something that prevents us from bumping into the wall, whatever. So when we are in complete darkness, like, even you'll see, like, okay, like if you wake up in the middle of the night, you're gonna go to the bathroom, you might even go like this, like, because you know you don't want to turn on the lights, but you don't want to bump into anything, but there's a little sense of fear that you're gonna hit yourself. But if you were blind, you would be using your other senses, which would mean you wouldn't be doing so much of this because you kind of know where everything is. So it's kind of like what I want you, and I know that I'm all over the place, Libra, but this is the way that it's coming in for you. I want you not to fear the shadow work. I want you not to fear the darkness, because in and itself, there's nothing to fear when it comes to the darkness. There is, unfortunately, the darkness in many cultures and many movies and many things has been portrayed as something bad, as something evil, as something whatever, right? And in reality, it really isn't, right? It is just it is a perception that has been given to us. It is a perception that has been presented to us time and time again, that it became our reality because it's what was taught to us. So what you choose to believe is what becomes your reality. So if you choose to look at your shadow and the darkness within you, or being in the darkness or whatever as something evil, then yeah, there is going to be fear in with it. But if you choose as looking at the darkness or your shadow side, the darkness within you, as a space to grow, as a space to allow yourself to expand, then that becomes your reality as well. So there is definitely a sense here of needing to release or needing to work through any fears when it comes to any shadow work that you need to do. Let's just put it that way. So let's go ahead and let's pull out some cards. So just embrace like where you're at the moment. Embrace the fact that you're out of that box, or the fact that you're coming out of that box. Envious. I can't read. The fated to suffer. And calling the storm. So again, there is this sense of like almost like you're almost in this energy where you may feel like, you know, whenever you go into this dark space or into your shadow work, like you're meant to suffer, and you're meant to like be in pain, or you're meant to be scared or fearful. But with calling the storm, it's almost like you standing up to like, you know what, no, like I know that there's certain things that I have to work through. I know that I can grow, I can evolve through this, and I'm gonna face it. I'm gonna go in wholeheartedly into it and allow yourself to really evolve. Do not fear, because it's almost like you're fearing the unknown. The you're fearing something that is probably not even going to happen to probably like another year or two. There's shadow work that you are not going that you're not going to be doing for another year and a half, until you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually prepared to deal with it, prepared to dive into and heal whatever needs to heal, and to face whatever it needs to face, and to transform that energy that has been destructive in your life into something productive. So I feel that a lot of you Libras know that there is a heavy amount of work that needs to be done, and you're fearing that it's going to happen like within the next, like, you know, couple of months, and you're almost like in this energy of like, where am I going to be ready? Am I going to be able to handle it? Because part of you knows that at the moment, emotionally and spiritually, you can't handle the type of work that you need to do. So it's almost like, stop worrying about something that is not going to happen right this moment, right? We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse with the King of Swords in the reverse, and then we have the Hermit. So this is what keeps some of you in this box, is the fear of what you're going to face in the future, even if that future is, sorry guys, I sit in a stability boat. Even if that future is, you know, 2 or 3 years from now. So it's like, are you really gonna spend the next year and a half or 2 year or next 2 years worrying about something that hasn't even happened? We have here the Nine of Cups in the reverse with the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and then the Two of Cups. So it's kind of like, stop worrying so much about what could go wrong. I don't even want to say what could go wrong, because it's not even anything that's going wrong. Stop stressing about the shadow work that you have to do in the future, because you're not going to be doing it at this moment. And for those of you that are really stressing, I'm talking to those Libras that have had very traumatic childhood and teenage years. And if you know, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like, some of you still have not dealt with that. And that is something that you will be facing, but I don't see you dealing with that. And again, I don't like talking so much about time and things like that, but I'm picking up another year and a half before you are mentally and spiritually and emotionally mature enough to face that. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse with the Eight of Cups in the upright, and the Empress, so in the reverse. So don't allow the future work that you have to do stop you from enjoying the progress that you have done so far, is what I really want to say for you. Well, Libra, that is all that I have for you for this week. As always, guys, thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel, as well as donating. And if you haven't subscribed, liked, and shared, go ahead and do so. It definitely helps with growing the channel. If you would like a private reading, the link to my website, along with the links to all of my social media accounts, is down below. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Mwah. Love you all. Bye-bye.